WDHA's Reconnect with Rockers. Gavin Rossdale is here. Amazing. I'm so excited. Let me tell you why I'm super excited. The Kingdom is my most anticipated new release of 2020.
Love that. Thank you.
For a multitude of reasons. I mean, first of all, obviously, I love what I've heard so far. Bullet Holes and Flowers on a Grave. Bush is a band to me. When I think of Bush, I think of two things. I think of songwriting and I think of live performance. Those are the two things to me that I think of when I think of Bush. So tell me about The Kingdom. It has to mean something, the title, to frame these songs. That has to have some kind of something, because I haven't heard the whole record. I haven't heard the whole record. It's coming out, you know, on the 18th, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
17th, yeah. I wish I had like some copies to give away or to sort of send to you. So weird now. They didn't. I have a Dropbox link to all the songs, including the ones that didn't make the record. But I don't have like the 12. It's so weird. Yeah. But so The Kingdom is meant to be this place for like-minded people to gather and, you know, free of judgment, free of self-righteousness, and just all about joy and creativity and good energy, you know. And it's weird because now that's what everyone spoke about, the pandemic. That's what, you know, bringing us into that focus, you know, how to be better people. And it's amazing how it's really fit into it, you know. Bullet Holes had the race wars, Star Wars, Planet Wars, Mind Wars, Flowers on a Grave, and loneliness. Now The Kingdom is like all about the gathering of people to sort of to just unite, you know. It's uniting people, so it's wild, you know, and it's such a great build up to this record, you know.
And I think people gravitate to that. We want that now. We need that. People feel that they want to unite with things. That's why we do this feature, Reconnect with Rockers, because we have, you know, rock fans that are like, listen, our world is different too. We would have been seeing you in concert this summer. And everybody's like, look, we want to unite. We want to unite with our artists. We want to unite with our favorite radio station. We want to unite with our community. We want to unite with people, you know, around us. And Bush, such a visual band to me. I mean, the songs are like little pictures, vignettes in your mind, kind of stories. When you write, Gavin, is it like lyrics first? Is it music first? Is it, you're a riff-oriented band, obviously. You know, I love seeing a Bush show. You guys get on stage, that first riff to any song, you see everybody's on their feet, hands in the air. What kind of comes first for you as a writer?
Personally, I like the lyrics first. So I have a point and it dictates the mood of the song. And when I write, I usually have about 8 or 10 sets of lyrics that I've completed, and I'll just read through them, see what I feel like that day, and then start making music to those words. And it's always just a stepping stone. You know, you might start with something that you end up only using like one line of it, but it's how you start that's important. And when I don't have words, I sort of do riffs and I go round and round for hours. When I have words, it takes me about 12 minutes to write a song. And when I don't have words, it takes me about 12 days.
When did you know you could write? You know, because being a charismatic frontman, great singer, guitar player, part of a band, part of a movement, that's all great. But when did you know you could write songs? You have to be a writer. You have to have a talent.
That's very weird to me. I never thought about this, but I'll tell you this. I never thought about this ever. I started music really late, you know, and I was in a band when I was like 17, 18. And within 6 months of being signed, I never got a record deal, you know, so people didn't believe in me in certain ways, you know. But one thing that right away, within 6 months of beginning to write songs, I got a record deal with Warner Chappell Music. £5,000. It was a tiny deal, but it just was the first sign that somebody recognized that I had an intrinsic understanding of the process of a song, you know. And so it cost me a fortune when I was in Bush. It cost me a fortune to buy my way out of that contract, like hundreds of thousands. It was crazy. But I suppose I just thought of it when you said it, that there was a sense that even though I actually wasn't very good, it was always the songs first. I just wrote bad songs first, you know?
Did you really? Well, no one would
I
ever
don't
believe
know. I
that.
guess so. I guess I did. But the first song I ever wrote on my own with a guitar without anyone was "Come Down." That's my first
Wow.
song that I wrote. So I had been writing sort of below average songs for a while with other people, messing up their music. And then one day when I was looking for a band, I was looking for a guitar player, and I was like, before I began Bush, and I thought it was so weak that I couldn't write a song without a guitar player. And I was looking for a guitar player, like talking to friends, asking other people who knew around. It's like, I used to live near a couple of guitar players and talking to them, and I was like, "God, you're such a fake. How can you just write a song on a chords already? Shut your mouth." So, and when I did it, I was really liberating because I was like, "Oh, okay, all right." It's not like it's the most complex thing in the world. The complexity comes from the vocal, the words, and the melody going against the chords because there's only like 12 notes. So
Yeah.
you're screwed there. Mozart, Slipknot used the same notes.
And you know what else too? I mean, you think about it, coming back to back smashes, you had like smash after smash. It's such a blessing and it's such a freaking curse all at the same time. And the thing I loved about you guys and respected, especially about you, was that when you sort of got past that, then you were writing songs that inspired you. You didn't have to make another 16 Stone. You didn't have to make another Razor Blade Suitcase. And I don't know if people realize how much pressure there is on artists from the outside.
I think if I was smarter, I would have repeated 16 Stone like ad infinitum, just change the order of the songs. Just I've often said that.
It's crazy. I mean, the pressure's crazy because people see a debut record like that. They see, I call them the game changer records. The records that kind of take us from one genre into another genre, into another genre. And you guys definitely had a game changer record. So to not have everybody up your patootie going, we need another one. We need another one now. We need another one in 3
months. The way it made it difficult is that the mixed curse blessing of that was that when I was signed to Interscope with Jimmy Iovine, it was he had such high expectations for me that he would always make me torture me. I call it Jimmy Jail to write more songs for a record,
Yeah.
And so the Institute record, I had to. We handed the record in, did it with Paige Hamilton, it's an amazing record, and as a side project I did from Bush. And then it made me write for 2 more years to get the first single. 2 years. I was like, this is a side project. It's
2 years. That's crazy.
Huge. So I wrote a song with an amazing Photech, and then brought it out. And as soon as that was out, I was doing pretty good. Jimmy goes, "What's the second single?" And then they said, "Now you got to go do a solo record."
Yeah, you can picture that when you hear the Jimmy Iovine stories and when you watch the documentaries about him. And I love, what I love too, that people forget, I think the Bush records have always been sequenced so well.
Thank you.
People forget about sequencing, like you listen to a song and then it takes you to the next song and it doesn't necessarily have to be a concept album. But I think that sequencing of the Bush records, I think has really been, a secret to the success and taking, the listener kind of on a little bit of a journey there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I would love to sit down, and I find it very important the order. And I feel that the same way about when I hear other people's records, Like the first song is what what they're telling us, the first telling us what to hear,
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with that now about, whether we have bullet holes to open or the kingdom to open. I can't remember what we did, but I really wanted it to be the kingdom.
Yeah.
Because it's the biggest, it's Sod's Law. I'm going to find out now it's not, but though I got outvoted or whatever, but it's a really majestic, big opening. Have you heard the kingdom yet?
No, I have not.
That's going to be next week. They're going to just, they don't want to mess up what's happening with Beautiful Flowers on My Grave is doing so great that no one wants to screw that, but at the same time be fun to release the title track. I think we're doing that. I mean, I don't know. I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so. Like I said, it's my most anticipated new release of 2020. I'm looking so forward to it. I can't wait to get it. It's Friday the 17th, and then Saturday the 18th, which we're going to talk about, is the virtual show. I also think there's a great chemistry between you and Chris Trainer, who's such an awesome musician, and you guys have a great I guess synergy is a better word than chemistry. I think that you guys have such a good synergy together. Is that because you play guitar and you just work so well together?
It's because we're so close, you know, we're like brothers, and so it's a very special relationship. And what I love most about this band is that at this point, you know, 25 or 30, 25 years in, or this band being, you know, on this run since this version, working with Chris, like it's so long that I'd be forgiven for not being connected to my band. I'd be forgiven for kind of putting out a record that's like, you know, got a couple of like potentially good tracks or something like that, but it's a bit mid-tempo, it's a bit bloated, it's not really that great, not vital. Like it's my record about the sequoia forest or some nonsense, you know, finding myself. And instead, we've made the most vital record we've ever made, for sure. It's really right. It's just so powerful. It's so fun, you know. It's like a rocket. It's like strapping a rocket ship on your back. That's what it feels like, that record. And the fact that we play together so good and we just get along so well, you know. Yeah. I just think that really is it makes for it to be something really special and unusual, and it elevates it stratospherically, because then it makes everything genuine, you know. If people don't get along and they sort of phone things in to kind of get paid, or to phone things in, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't want to talk about other people, but you know, it's just essential for us to remain vital, and that comes from our connection, you know. Because then it's genuine. Like if we didn't get along, but just because Chris plays such damn good guitar that, you know, I'm going to get him anyway, but I can't talk to him on tour. It's not like that.
No, authenticity is not, you can't fake that. There's not, you know, I wouldn't have picked up on a synergy. I would just pick up with like, well, he's just a great guitar player. And every time he rails into something, people are like, yeah. But, you know, there seems to be that great synergy between you, and that's the authenticity about it. And you're right.
I have it with Corey.
Yep.
You know, Nick is relatively new, but Corey's been with me since 2007.
Yeah, it's a long time.
So it's like whatever, 5 years longer than the Beatles.
Yeah, right.
It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I'm just sticking around trying to write my White album, you know.
And the live performances. I mean, people that have had the opportunity to see you in the last, you know, 10, 5, 2, 3 years, the live performances are better than ever. The fans are there. They're always evolving. You're seeing all these different ages at the shows. I mean, I think it's incredible. I don't know how many other bands that have been in the game for 26 years, you know, can still say that. And like I said at the beginning when we started, you know, you guys get on stage, and from that first, whatever you're opening the show with, everybody's there. It's like hands in the air, and everybody's ready, you know, ready to see a Bush show. So next Friday, the 17th is when the record comes out. It's so amazing because being like in lockdown, except for going to the station, you lose track of days and times and stuff. And then Saturday, the 18th, you guys are doing this super cool, what looks like it's going to be amazing, like kind of a whole virtual show. So tell us a little bit about that, the band getting back together.
Yeah, we are meeting up. We actually start on Monday, start rehearsals, and we're going to do a show next Saturday, and just live stream it. I'm not sure, you probably know more than I do about where it's ending up. I know that whatever, we'll be letting everyone know.
Yeah, you'll see it on your socials.
We want everyone to join us, but
yeah, it's going to be great. I mean, it looks so groundbreaking. Like, I don't think any bands have actually done like a virtual show where it's going to actually be like a Bush show. We're going to run it on our WDHA social media sites, you know, WDHAFM.com. You guys, of course, are going to have it on all of your social sites, but looking really forward to it. And you guys have like a, when people download the record, you guys have a certain amount of funds that are going to go to the When We All Vote organization. So there's like a lot of different kind of innovative things that you guys are doing with this, which I think is incredible, because people want to see live music. Everybody's kind of freaking out. We thought we'd be on lockdown maybe 4 weeks, 8 weeks. It's obviously going to be a lot longer, and this is going to be something that's really going to fuel the fans, I think.
Yeah, it's terrible. And I'm so happy that it's, certain places like New Jersey and New York, like, calm down. But it's terrifying, right? It's just terrifying. So
horrifying.
We're doing what we can in this time to do some fun things and just, I don't know, be innovative, like you say. And it's pretty ambitious what we're doing. So when you say it, I go, yeah, I got, like, after this call, I have to, like, figure out where it's at, how we're doing. We have a great guy working with us, designing it. There's an artist that I have collected. We've got one of his paintings called Cleon Peterson, and I asked him to collaborate and give some images for 2 separate songs, one called The Kingdom, one called Blood River. And so I don't want to say too much because it's going to be intense. It's going to be it's going to be very intense. And I think that we're right up there with it. I don't know if anyone's done exactly what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
So you come join us, see us fall on our faces, but in a stylish way,
Yeah. No, it's going to be great. We haven't done anything like that as a radio station either. And when they gave us the option to run the live stream and everything, I was like, yeah, absolutely. Like, why wouldn't we do that on a Saturday night for people?
Right. So it's going to be a trip.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. No pressure, of course. No pressure.
Yeah. I think I like pressure,
Yeah.
I like pressure and I like some pain. It's very, very weird. Very, very, I need a lot of therapy. But I get so much help by making music, it's so important for me. And I'm thrilled at the idea of just singing all those songs. I think we're going to do like 5 new songs. Ooh. And then a bunch of songs that people know. Then it was like, should we do the hits? And I was all about the deep cuts. Then I got voted out. People don't want the deep cuts.
Is that true?
The audience is too wide. Play the hits, So it's like, oh man, and it's just like being back on tour,
I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. So what have you discovered that you like to do that you didn't kind of know you like to do? Is there anything where you're just like, you know what, this doesn't suck and I thought it kind of would?
Well, I didn't think it would, but I never did it because I never was around enough consistently in a way. So I made myself a little herb garden.
Oh, nice.
And it's such a sweet little thing to go out with one of my little boys and, have them get what I want, chop it down, cut it, put it in the thing, tell me which one it is, find the herb for me, just teach them stuff in a fun way, like hands-on approach. And
yeah.
It's so fun. It's very beautiful. And, you see certain things you can serve along, like all the herbs get the flowers, and they're so pretty to present with food. I'm an idiot for food, so it's so nice because when you just get like your chives at the supermarket, it's just chives, chives. But when you grow chives, you get these purple flowers, and they're edible because I'm not dead, and I had them, and they're just like very intense chive flavor, but they look so beautiful in a tomato salad. You put them in that with tomato, onion, and vinaigrette, and
nice.
And then and a couple of like purple flowers. You look like a superstar.
Yeah, no. Look, you're looking at somebody who the highlight of my week is when the groceries get delivered, because I'm just like, yeah, we can do this and watermelon salad and get out the mint, and I think you figure out different things when you would normally be on tour.
Yeah, and I've also with my boys we've been making a lot of ice cream.
Oh, that's awesome. That's cool. And the kids are like little rock stars. Like they're like, and they're getting older now, right? How old is your oldest guy now?
14.
Wow. He's like a little man.
He's a big little man.
He's a big little man. Yeah. Is he tall? He's super tall like you.
He's tall, he's strong. And like we had an arm wrestle around about Christmas, I think. And like the guy that works with us, Pete, Like he nearly got beat by my son.
Wow.
So I had one go at him, and I just went straight for speed, and I just managed to beat him. But I was like, feel that he was really strong. I was like, I said to him, "This is the last moment of competition between us. Just so
Right.
you know.
Absolutely.
This is the last time. I'm never competing with you because you will be too strong. So this
Yeah.
is my last dunk victory.
Yeah.
I'm done. You know, you're too strong for me now." So he's amazing like that.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. And you know what? You look at it and it came full circle. I was kind of doing a little prep for this, you know, and I know how many records you guys have sold. I've been at WDHA a long time. 20 million records sold. But here's what I think is the coolest thing. That was 26 years ago that you guys started on that trajectory. And now you look at all the streams and you guys are like at the same amount of stats for streams, which is a whole different way of people getting music. I've got to tell you, there's not a lot of rock bands that can say 20 something years ago, we were selling X amount of records and 26 years later, we're doing X amount of streams and they're pretty, you know, the same. I mean, that's got to make you feel pretty good.
I mean, it's incredible. I can't really explain it. I know that I appreciate it, and like I think just well, I didn't see the Apple numbers, but I think on Spotify, "Flowers on a Grave" is like over 3 million.
That's crazy, crazy stats, crazy, crazy numbers.
It's beautiful, and we're just grateful. And you know, again, it really feels like there's so much beauty in doing things in a surprising way, you know, an unexpected way. And so to have this opportunity right now is like, you know, it's just it makes it even sweeter because it's an unusual position to be in, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And something I'm sure that you look back on and you're like, you know what? Yeah, now we're that band. We're that band. And you guys are that band.
You know, the funny thing is that sometimes I don't know whether it was being on lockdown or that whole mental adjustment. Suddenly, it's like you have to appreciate everything even more at all times because we saw how easy it's being taken away and being denied us. And so one of those things is to like, you know, take a lot of pride and not fake pride, real pride in what we've done as a band, and like, and just blown away that we just get the opportunity to continue to do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we just don't want to mess it up. It's like carrying a really delicate tray into a large dining room of life. You know, you don't want to drop all this bounty. Don't drop the bounty. You know, yeah. Don't be crap on stage. Don't sing bad songs. Sing in tune. You know, be cool. You know, like that. And
Gavin, Friday the record comes out, The Kingdom, can't wait. Saturday we get the live stream. You're always such an awesome guest to have on with me. I've never had an interview where I was like, God, that sucked. You know, you just always make it easy. There's always so much to talk about, and I'm so excited to hear the full collection and see you guys do the live stream show, and could not be happier for, I think, the way that the band has been received in the past 10 years. You always bring it every time. Nobody ever buys a ticket to a Bush show and says, is that all we're getting? I mean, it's just, I'm at, you know, every show that you guys play in the area, and it's just always monstrous. So thank you so much for all the years.
It's so sweet. Thank you so much for saying all those nice things.
Yeah, and trust me, I talk to WDHA listeners. When stuff sucks, they're right in my wheelhouse. They're like, you gave us tickets to this and it sucked. So I've yet to hear that about a Bush show. So thank you for that. I thank you. And I can't wait to get the full new record. I think it's going to be a great soundtrack this summer for people. We really, really need it. And even more, I can't wait to see you on the road and connect with you guys out on the road. You're always generous with your time too, whether you're on tour, you always let us come back and do a little, you know, little convo with you and stuff. So thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yay. Love you.
Bye.
DHA's Reconnect with Rockers is powered by Advantage Contracting and by Karis Lock Company.